guys, this is Dana from the Run Eat Drink podcast at runeatdrink.net. I'm the sometimes guy in front of the camera, usually the guy behind the camera. We are up here today at Disney Springs here in Orlando, Florida, which is a place that you guys have seen us at a couple of times for some of our recent flashbacks that Amy's been doing. We came up during the summer to run some of our mileage for the Incredibles virtual race series, and today, since we ran, I think, our first race there?
We ran our first race, our first 5K in June at the Bourbon Experience.
Yes, we were at the Bourbon Experience up here, not to be referred to as a bourbon trail, trademark.
Right.
And we thought that it would be very fitting, since we haven't really done an unboxing, to show people what they got, to do the unboxing back here at Disney Springs. So what you're looking at here, this is actually the box that we received from Disney for completing the Incredibles virtual race series. So figured I'd do a quick unboxing for you.
Okay.
I've already cut the plastic.
That's good.
For ease. In the box, first thing you see, you're greeted with a little hot cold pack that's branded by Run Disney. So that's pretty cool.
That's nice.
With virtual running shorts.
Yeah. You know, runners, they ice.
You gotta ice it.
It's necessary. We do.
And this is kind of cool. If you're a runner, you've also got to stretch. And who's more stretchy than Mrs. Incredible?
Look at that.
So you get a stretch band as part of the package.
Yes. So helpful.
Really very cool. The next thing up in the box. You're not a true runner until you've bragged to the world with a car magnet.
Of course.
And
naturally.
this is your car magnet. It says, "I did it." Celebrating Pixar. Run Disney running shorts.
Yes. The whole reason they did the Incredibles theme because they had the Incredibles 2 out this summer.
Incredibles 2, which we still have to go see. And I'll say, virtual races are so cool because you can keep yourself going in maybe your downtime, your down season. We always start our half marathon season in November, which means we have to start running for training in July, which is awful.
In Florida.
It stinks. If you're a runner, you understand it. If you just live in Florida, you understand it. Florida's awful. I don't know why the Spanish settlers got off the boat. I'd have got back on and gone somewhere cooler, but that's just me. So now we're down to the real deal here.
Yes. Look at the actual box at the metal compartment. It's so cool.
Disney does it right. You pay a little bit more for the product, but you get a really good product in return.
They are expensive, but worth
it. And you've already featured a couple of these medals on the podcast.
Yes.
This is Mrs. Incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, fantastic quality. I mean, that brushed, aged bronze look to it, with her popping right off the metal.
It's almost 3D. Wind is coming in.
Yes. Well, what our viewers don't know is that south of us is a tropical storm that we're going to have to drive back through today. So the things that we do to suffer for our art. And this is Mr. Incredible and his daughter.
There, yes.
You might remember better than I do, Aim. What's the, which month is which?
I believe this one was July. Wasn't it? Or no, maybe this is August.
Yeah, so what we did is we ran a 5K each month in order to earn the medal. And that's, again, part of the great thing about doing virtual races is you can keep yourself motivated, even during your down season, like I had mentioned before, and give yourself a little something to earn, aside from that feeling of accomplishment and a job well done, because let's face it, that doesn't always, it's not always enough.
Look at this.
And then you got Jack and...
I think this was July, and I think this is the one that, or no. I don't know. They're all cool.
It's June, July, August.
June, July, August, whatever.
Each one has a unique ribbon, which is great. And the ribbon is themed to the character on the medal. But this would not be a Disney challenge without a challenge medal.
You know how we are about the bling.
And if you want the bling, Disney definitely does you right on the bling. So I present to you the 2018 Virtual Running Shorts Series Challenge Medal.
Yeah.
This is the overall medal for doing the other three.
And we could have done anybody can do just a single race in the series. And they do this every summer. But, you know us.
And I don't know what they do as far as theming the races.
It's different from year to year. It's different from year to year. But I think they're so cool, the virtual races. And the one that just went on sale at the end of August is the Star Wars virtual race. That's the next virtual race that they have.
Yeah, and Star Wars is normally one of our annual favorites, although we're opting this year to forego Star Wars to do some other stuff around the country that is going to, I think, be really cool that people who want a vacation but don't necessarily want to do Florida or Orlando or the whole Disney thing are going to really enjoy.
Yes, definitely. We have something coming up from around the country, in fact.
Ooh. Well, the reason that you've been doing all of these flashbacks for the Bourbon Experience up here is because it's not even next month anymore. It's now September.
Welcome to September.
Welcome to September. We are going to be heading up to Louisville, Kentucky to run the Joggin' for Frogmen 5K that benefits the Navy SEALs Foundation. And as part of that, we're going to be doing the Bourbon and Beyond Music Festival. And we're going to be featuring some delicious food and bourbons from the region up there in addition to that race. And that race is held at a number of cities across the country throughout the year. So if you're interested, we'll have information in upcoming show notes.
Yeah, in this show notes. I'll link to it in the show notes for this episode.
And that is going to be, I think, just a blast. We haven't ever been to Kentucky. We haven't ever been to Louisville. I'd like to say that we haven't ever had bourbon, but that would not be accurate.
And you know that from...
You know that from the Bourbon Trail here. But now
the Bourbon Experience.
Or the Bourbon Experience.
Here.
Yeah, we'll edit that out. So the Bourbon Experience here was a primer for what we're going to be doing up there in just a couple of weeks. So this was a great way to kind of keep preparation going as we head into our fall training or fall race series, and the upcoming race is going to be kind of the first of our big races for this fall here in 2018.
We're here at the Polite Pig on our next stop for the Discover Bourbon at Disney Springs.
And look, we have
event.
Official swag now.
Oh, yes, we have like a guide.
That apparently actually says Discover Bourbon as opposed to what it may or may not have said before attorneys got involved.
Right. So the winner's circle is the beverage that they feature here. Buffalo Trace, straight bourbon whiskey, Pamplemousee, grapefruit liqueur, elderflower tonic, and apparently it's going to be full of vanilla and toffee flavors and just delightful. So cheers. Let's try it out. Oh, we need many more of these. We definitely need many more of these. That grapefruit is really tart, but then there's the sweetness that comes from vanilla flavors and and that Buffalo Trace is just, it's not as smoky as other bourbons are.
That's one of your go-tos if you're doing bourbon.
Yeah, but I love it. I love it because it's not really heavily woodsy. Not like ranging into a scotch, but just smooth whiskey flavor.
A great house bourbon.
Yeah, a great house bourbon. And the grapefruit is just that right amount of tang and citrus to make it a delicious dare I say, winner of a drink.
On to the food.
On to the food. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick this up, really. This is the brisket sandwich, which has French fried onions and brisket. Love brisket. And it is basically got a coffee rub on it. So, I don't think I can pick it up. Do you?
I would, but that's just me.
Do you really?
Yeah, don't be a wuss.
Push the boundaries, whatever.
Quitters use forks.
I'm no quitter.
You're no quitter.
I'm no quitter.
Go. She'll leave half of the sandwich for me in the bottom of the plate. That'll be good.
There's the crunchiness of the onions. The buttery bun. The smoky brisket. That coffee flavor from the rub. Oh. Let me just...
Is it hitting you over the head with coffee, or is it more of a...
No. Oh, I think it's more subtle. And the brisket is just that meatiness, fattiness. That is a delicious sandwich. Oh. Now, you know, we got the street corn for a side. I have no idea what that stuff is.
It's breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Normally in most street corns, that's a cheese, like a cotija cheese.
But it's breadcrumbs.
The Mexican street corns, they went with a crispy breadcrumb instead to give you a different texture.
There is a crunchiness and I feel like they grilled the corn, so it's got that grilled flavor, that char.
How's the aioli?
It's not really spicy, actually. It's more of a subtle kind of mayo flavor. So I think it's delicious. Very delicious.
So some people recommended Polite Pig to you on Facebook, right?
Yeah. Listen. Mary Sizemore, Kristen, Flora. I cannot thank you enough.
We love you anyway, but...
We love you, but thanks for the recommendation, because this is some amazing food that we're going to enjoy along with this winter circle. So cheers, and thanks for the recommendation.